Obviously, climate change is a dire issue at the moment and has been for many years. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change expects a human-induced change in temperature of 1.5 degrees Celsius or 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit by 2030. Accordingly, we've been hearing many proposals for climate change policy, the most frequently mentioned policy being a carbon tax, a fee charged to corporate entities per kilo or ton of CO2 released into the atmosphere. You may be wondering, how does this tax work? Do they just assign an arbitrary number? Well, let's do a mini economics lesson to break this down. The carbon tax is centered around something called an externality. An externality is any effect that someone else's actions have on another. For example, wearing a mask on the train is a positive externality because it makes it less likely for others around me to get COVID. On the other end, if a company is using coal and that gives me lung cancer, that is a negative externality. The carbon tax is hoping to quantify the cost of these carbon externalities and make corporate entities pay for them. Now let's think about this in quantitative terms. Here's a graph, price on the left and quantity or output on the right. This is supply and demand line. Now here's a line that shows the cost of carbon for the company, also known as marginal private cost. Here we can see the competitive price and quantity. Now we draw a line for the cost for the company plus the cost for the people affected by the negative carbon externalities, also more broadly known as marginal social cost. The intersect gives us the efficient price and quantity, meaning this is where social benefits minus social cost is maximized. So the tax would be the external marginal cost, the difference between the two lines. This tax would then cause it to slide down to the efficient price and quantity. Boom, carbon tax. Climate change solved. Now you can impress the family during Christmas drunk political debates with some economic theory. But in all seriousness, one of the most important things we can do to fight climate change is to learn about it. So follow for more content because there will be lots of more videos like these coming out in the near future.